What's up, Raider Nation? If you guys want another Raiders mock draft, all I'm asking for is for you to like the video. That way I can show this bad boy to my bosses and say, you see this? You see all these likes? That means the nation wants another mock draft. So if that's all you want, more draft content, go ahead and smash that like button. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and I got my first 2022 Raiders mock draft, which I am super excited to get into. But before I do, I wouldn't be able to do today's show if it wasn't for our awesome sponsor, Fetch Rewards. It's free to download, chatsports.com/fetch. All you got to do is use promo code Raiders. That's going to get you 3,000 bonus points. Now, when you look at the Raiders 2022 draft, their record last season at 10-7, they have seven total draft picks this year. Picks 22, 53, 86, 124, back-to-back picks in round 5 at 163 and 164, and then the pick of 225. When you look at some of their team needs, you got offensive line like offensive tackle, wide receiver, linebacker, cornerback, interior offensive lineman. So if you guys love the Raiders and want more draft videos, before I get into some of these picks here, you got to subscribe. You got to turn on those notifications. We're going to be doing a lot of videos. Top Raiders draft targets, top picks to top guys get at 22, top dudes to target in round 2. We're going to be doing top overall mock drafts, tons and tons of draft content. So if that's what you're looking for, go ahead and smash that sub button. All right, y'all, so what's going to happen here is I'm not going to take you through the entire 7-round mock. I am, though, going to take you through every single pick in the first round, and that way we can break down who the Raiders take at 22. You got Evan Neal. First 5 picks here, Aiden Hutchinson, Kevon Thibodeau, Akeem Ekwonu, Kyle Hamilton. Then 6 through 10 was Charles Cross, George Karlaftis, Ahmad Sauce Gardner. Kenny Pickett goes to the Broncos. Derek Stingley Jr. to the Jets. Garrett Wilson going to the Commanders. David Ajabo, Traylon Burks, Tyler Lindenbaum, Drake London off the board. Then Devin Lloyd goes number 16. Jamison Williams goes to the Chargers. Matt Corral, Andrew Booth. At pick number 20 for the Steelers is Kenyon Green. Trevon Walker, edge rusher from Georgia to the New England Patriots, which means the Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock at pick number 22. Before I tell you who I picked, these were the top players on the board that I considered. I thought, all right, maybe I go Jordan Davis, the defensive tackle out of Georgia, Chris Olave, the receiver out of Ohio State, Trevor Penning from University of Northern Iowa, Nakobe Dean, also from Georgia, the linebacker. But here's the thing, y'all. I want to know who you would pick at 22. If you would pick Jordan Davis, then I want you to go ahead and type JD. If it's somebody like Chris Olave, hey, man, go ahead and type CO. Trevor Penning, type TP. Nakobe Dean, type ND. If there was another player that you would consider, then you should go ahead and type O down in the comment section. Who should the Raiders go ahead and draft at 22? With the 22nd pick in the first Raiders Report mock draft, I have gone ahead and selected defensive tackle from Georgia, Jordan Davis. He is the top DT in this year's draft, and when you think about what is Patrick Graham going to do with his new defense, you could see some 3-4, some 4-3, a little bit of everything, man. And even though Davis probably built more to be a 3-4 guy with that stature at 6'6", 350 pounds, he's athletic enough, he's big enough to fit in every single scheme. One of the biggest reasons why Georgia's defense was as good as it was this year, because of that front. And the Raiders didn't have the best front last year. Now on top of that, you have 5 defensive tackles entering free agency. If the season were to start today, you're either going to put Cleveland Ferrell or Kendall Vickers there. Yeah, sorry, man, not for me. So here's your opportunity, y'all. Let's go back to school. Obviously, the first round pick for the Raiders, dude, has been it's been a major headache. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to use a few other words, but I probably would get blocked on YouTube. So I want you to grade the pick of Jordan Davis at 22, A, B, C, D, or F. In the second round, pick number 53, I'm going to go wide receiver from Purdue, David Bell. And this is one of those dudes where the more and more tape I've started watching on guys, I've always told you there's 6 receivers that I believe could go in round 1. My 7th ranked receiver is David Bell. He's definitely built more to be an outside receiver at 6'2", over 200 pounds. He can win down the field, and he can also win on the outside. he is also this, and this is something that I really look for with guys, especially with somebody like Derek Carr, a polished route runner. Why? DC loves polished route runners. Go out, you get somebody like David Bell, who's got that big body and also isn't afraid to block. I could see the Raiders implementing a 2 tight end set, pounding the football a little bit more with Josh Jacobs. If the Raiders start off with David Bell and Jordan Davis, I am going to be singing hallelujah from the rooftops. You know why you guys are going to sing hallelujah? Because you're going to be like, wait a minute, I can take these receipts and I can turn them into gift cards. Dude, I'm not kidding you. It's this cool of an app, and it's the Fetch Rewards app. It's free to download, and if you go to chatsports.com/fetch and use code Raiders, you're going to get 3,000 bonus points. The video that you see to my right here is how simple and easy to use to just open up the app, click on the camera, you scan the receipt, and then it kind of sits there, it loads up a little bit, and then it tells you how many points you get. You can earn points on any receipt, from any store, from any restaurant. Redeem those points into gift cards and other rewards. Treat yourself to what you want. Treat your significant other to what you want. This weekend, I'm taking out Alex. It's our 2-year anniversary. Really excited about it. Guess what? When I get that bill from brunch, I'm going to take a picture of it. I'm going to be like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get some points. Maybe then afterward, I can go ahead and get a gift card or something to Starbucks. I love this app, and I know you guys will too. Use code Raiders at chatsports.com/fetch. Let's go to round 3 now. Pick number 86. I'm going to go Abraham Lucas. Now, I'll be honest with you. I really wanted to take an offensive lineman earlier, and me waiting to round 3, my mindset is, okay, hopefully the Raiders went ahead. They addressed their offensive tackle need in free agency. I do really like Abraham Lucas, though. I believe he's going to be a starter in the NFL at right tackle. It might not be in year 1, but he can be a project. The scheme fit for him that I think would fit perfect is this. Power blocking scheme. It served him well, and I honestly think that with his versatility, with his athleticsness, he could play in a lot of different schemes. He has good size, good length, which is something that I desperately and definitely want in a right tackle. And there's not many solid right tackles in this draft. A lot of good left tackles, but right tackle, I like Abraham Lucas a lot out of Washington State. Let's go round 4 now, pick 124. I did not plan on taking a running back in this draft. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. However, I truly believe if there's a guy that just slides down the board, and this mock, there was definitely a few running backs that slid, it was too good to pass up. I have Kyren Williams in my top 70 overall prospects, the running back out of Notre Dame. He's my 4th graded running back. He's a really good pass protector, and if you're looking for somebody who maybe you don't want to spend money in free agency on a back because you have Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake, cool. Now you have a pass protector who you could potentially use in the 2-minute drill. Somebody who also has had a lot of success at Notre Dame, and he looked unbelievable as he finished the year off. He is undersized at 5'9", 200 pounds, but let's just say Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake don't come back next season. I'm saying in 2023. If I was the Raiders, I wouldn't re-sign Jacobs, and I wouldn't bring back Drake either. Why? I don't pay running backs. So let Kyren Williams learn behind those two guys, and then in next year, he's going to be your main back, then you go out and get another running back. It's what the Patriots have always done. So before we get into the late round picks, because I consider my late round picks round 5, round 6, round 7, I want to know a late round prospect that you think the Raiders should go out and draft, because realistically, the Raiders have done a really good job going out and getting late prospects. Technically, I know I'm going back to my words here. Crosby, great 4th-round pick. Hunter Renfrow, Nate Hobbs, they've done a good job finding these late-round guys. So let me know who I should be watching more tape on. When I get into the later rounds, I like upside, and I'm going to go Dare Rosenthal here, the offensive tackle from Kentucky. If you look at him just from an athletic build and an upside standpoint, he's a 2nd-round pick. Like, that's how good Dare Rosenthal is. He is a stellar athlete with great explosiveness, lateral mobility, and smoothness in his hips. Very important traits. He needs to be more consistent on tape. There's no doubt about it. This probably wouldn't be somebody I would take if I had Tom Cable coaching our offensive linemen, but the fact that the Raiders are bringing in the Patriots offensive line coach, he's done a very good job being able to build prospects, and he's matured a lot since his LSU drama. For those of you that don't know, he got suspended when he was a freshman at LSU, was a very highly regarded prospect, had some issues. Seems like he's grown up a little bit. That's why he's going to fall in this draft. Not because he's not a hell of a player, not because he's not a great offensive tackle, but if you're telling me right now between Dare Rosenthal or the tackle we took in the 3rd round earlier, if one of those guys can be a starting right tackle in the NFL, I'm going to say yes. I really, truly believe so. Now, you got back-to-back picks in round 5. Let's go pick 164. I'm going to go Demarco Jackson, the linebacker from Appalachian State. He could play sideline to sideline, capitalize in space as a blitzer, which is something that I like. Definitely a little bit undersized, and his strength could be a concern in the NFL. He struggled in college at Appalachian State trying to get off blockers. He's more than likely going to struggle getting off blockers unless he puts on a little bit more beef, right? Got to get Deuce Gruden in there in the weight room with him, put on some of those pounds, put on some of that muscle. His coverage is also a little bit of concern because I haven't seen enough of it yet. However, if you're this part of the draft, right, if I believe I can find somebody that can be a solid special teams player, I'm willing to do it. Now, linebacker's a need for this team, but if Divine Diablo steps up like he's been, if you maybe try to put Jonathan Abram as a linebacker, that could be an interesting thing. But Demarco Jackson, if he doesn't make it as a linebacker in the NFL, definitely built more to be in a 3-4, kick him over there to special teams, because we can't forget, special teams is also very, very important, especially to the Patriots. Let's go now. Round 7, pick 225. This is one of my favorite sleepers. It's Trey Turner, the wide receiver from Virginia Tech. I actually have him going in late round 3, early round 4. So the fact that he fell this far to me, I was like, dude, I actually almost did a double take. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe Trey Turner's still on the board here. Round 7, 225. Solid route runner with good acceleration. He honestly reminds me a lot of Josh Reynolds, the receiver who used to play for the Rams, and now I think he's with the Detroit Lions or he's with some other team. Really good playing the ball in the air. Very important trait, especially if the Raiders want to try to continue to stretch the ball down the field. His ability to play outside and in the slot is a trait that I like, especially from somebody in the 7th round. As it stands right now, if you go out and get Trey Turner, I honestly think he could compete with somebody like Bryan Edwards. Maybe not in year 1, but he's a dude who, if you give him a little bit more chances, a little bit more big play ability, you're going to be surprised what you see out of Turner. Now, that's my mock draft, y'all. I went through the entire 7-rounder like I promised. If there's a player you want me to do more research on, dude, send it to me on Instagram at Mitchell Renz 365. If you watch this video a month from now, because there's going to be people that do, please hit me up on Instagram for Raiders news, for Raiders rumors, to interact with me because I want to know what you're thinking. It's down there below, Mitchell Renz 365. So let's go through this mock draft one more time here. I took in round 1, pick number 22, Jordan Davis, the defensive tackle out of Georgia. David Bell, the receiver from Purdue. Round 2, 53, Abraham Lucas, the offensive lineman from Washington State, round 3, 86. I went Kyren Williams, running back from Notre Dame, round 4, pick 124. Dare Rosenthal, the offensive tackle from Kentucky, round 5, 163. Then back-to-back picks, Demarco Jackson, linebacker from Appalachian State, round 5, 164. And to round out my first mock draft of 2022, I took Trey Turner, the wide receiver from Virginia Tech, round 7 at pick number 225. So here's your opportunity to either roast me or give me my flowers. I want you to rate my Raiders mock draft and be honest. Like, that's how this show grows. That's how the nation gets better. And who knows, if you want to send it to the Raiders because you liked it so much, because they should be like, you see this draft here? Yeah, take some words from this guy, because I can 100% say this with 100% confidence. I know for a fact if the Raiders would have followed every single one of my mock drafts from now until I started the show back in 2018, the Raiders would be in a much better position. And you can't argue that. You know how I know? Because I went back and I looked at my old videos. So go ahead, give it a grade, scale it from 1 to 100. 1, you hated my mock. 100, you thought it was a slam dunk.